The daily routine of a medieval librarian, a sleep story in 7 parts, soothing, detailed, and deliberately slow for deep relaxation. Part 1, The Morning Bell. The morning bell rings not loudly, but with a tired patience. It rolls through the gray air, across the cloister, and over the mist-covered fields. Inside the stone walls of the monastery, the world is half awake. The old librarian stirs. He has lived here longer than anyone remembers, tucked between shelves in silence. He sits up slowly, feeling the weight of age in his bones. The air smells faintly of wax, ink, and the cold breath of the mountains. Outside, the sky is pale, not yet blue, not yet day, a quiet promise of light. He folds his blanket, straightens the straw mattress, and bows once toward the window. Then, with the smallest sigh, he lights a candle. Its flame trembles, as if unsure it should disturb the dark. There is no rush. In this place, nothing ever truly hurries. Time moves like a slow stream beneath ice. Steady, cold, eternal. Part 2. The walk to the library. The corridors are empty. His sandals whisper softly against the stones. Each step echoes faintly, blending with the distant hum of prayer from the chapel below. He knows every curve of this path, every crack in the wall, every fading mural of saints and scribes. He has walked this way for more than 40 years. He pauses once beside an old window. Outside, he can see the mountain slopes, where mist curls around the trees. A few crows circle lazily over the roof. Somewhere far away, a stream whispers through the valley. He smiles faintly, not with joy, but with peace. He continues his walk, hands folded behind his back, candle flickering in the still air. Part 3. Opening the library. The wooden door groans softly as he pushes it open. Dust drifts in the candlelight, swirling like golden snow. The air inside is cool and dry, and thick with centuries. He greets the room quietly, as one might greet an old friend. A whisper, almost a prayer. Peace upon the words that wait in silence. He sets down the candle and opens the shutters just a little. A line of dawn slips through, touching the bindings of books, the rolls of parchment. It feels like a blessing. The librarian moves between the shelves. Leather, vellum, wood, the smell of ink, faint and earthy. He brushes the dust away with the sleeve of his robe. Each book he touches seems to breathe again. Not alive, but not dead either. He prepares his tools for the day. A quill trimmed fresh, a pot of black ink, a small knife for scraping errors, and a square of sand for drying the words. Part 4. The work of copying. He begins to copy a manuscript, a text on the movements of the stars. The letters flow slowly, shaped by patience more than skill. Scratch, pause, breathe, scratch. The sound of the quill is the only sound. Sometimes a fly lands on the parchment. Sometimes the candle flickers and he waits for it to calm. Outside, the bells toll the hour. Inside, nothing changes. He works line by line, word by word. Each symbol is an act of devotion. He is not merely copying, he is preserving the world. Around him, the books sleep. They do not demand attention, only presence. Their quiet weight fills the room with something older than thought. Hours pass, the light shifts, grows warm, then fades again. He does not count the time. Part 5. Afternoon silence. When the sun climbs high, the librarian stops. He stands, stretching slowly, hearing his joints whisper in protest. He opens the tall window. Warm air drifts in, carrying the scent of herbs from the garden below. He takes a sip of cool water and a bite of bread. Then he simply sits. No speech, no thought. Just stillness. He listens to the sounds of distant life, the murmur of monks in the courtyard, the flutter of doves on the roof, the far-off crackle of firewood in the kitchen. The shadows on the floor creep and fade, forming strange shapes among the books. Sometimes he wonders if time exists at all inside these walls. Perhaps it only lingers, like the dust in a sunbeam. Part 6. Evening and memory. By evening, the air grows cooler again. He closes his ink pot, careful not to spill a drop. He wraps the finished parchment in cloth and places it among the others. He looks at the shelves. Hundreds of books, thousands of words, each one written by hands now long turned to dust. He feels no sadness, only a deep calm. He too will become dust, and another will one day sit here, copying the same words. Outside, the bells call for vespers. The librarian stands, his candlelight trembling in the gathering dark. He whispers again, peace upon the words that wait in silence. Then he walks slowly through the corridors, the shadows stretching behind him like memories. Part 7. Night and the Eternal Library. The night is deep. The stars hang over the monastery, silent and sharp. The rooms are dark except for one small window, the librarian's. He sits once more at his desk, not to work, but to think. The candle burns low. The wax has melted into soft rivers. He writes a final note on a small scrap of parchment. The world sleeps, but knowledge keeps its watch. He folds it and tucks it into an empty book spine. Perhaps, centuries from now, someone will find it and smile at the quiet thought of a man who loves silence more than speech. He blows out the candle. The library breathes again, a vast creature of wood and ink and time, settling into its endless dream. Outside, the wind moves softly over the stones, and the sound of the mountains fills the night. The old librarian lies down. The world fades into darkness. The books keep their watch, and everything at last is quiet. Thank you for watching my video until end. Please subscribe my channel and share my video. Thank you so much.